So speaking of Bill Cosby.
Bad for Bill right now, huh?
Right, because you said that Bill ain't going to get convicted of
I
nothing.
didn't think he was.
But Bill's going to have to stand trial.
That still don't mean he's going to get convicted. They might just drag him all through the mud, make him admit to some shit that he's done, and then, all right, we can't convict you, but now all of this foul shit is out there about you, and in the court of public opinion, you're done.
Well, but that's been out there now. I mean, Bill's been dragged for the past year.
Yeah, but it hasn't fully taken hold. You know what I mean? Like, although he is becoming like, you know, the butt of jokes as far as, oh, you try to Cosby somebody. Like, that's now the new, like, knock somebody out, you know,
Yeah.
with a drink type of shit. Or even just knock them out, period. You know, because we be playing the UFC shit on Xbox and shit. And Cosby is like a slang for knocking a nigga out, man. Hilarious. But anyway.
It's looking bad, though. It looks looking bad for Cosby, and it keeps getting worse. Because I thought by now, all the charges would be done.
Yeah, I
settlement.
thought all the girls would be falling off like
Falling
leaves.
off, whatever.
But they're trying to ramp it, and they're saying he can get 10 years. Poor guy. And you see he got cataract right now. Nobody's talking about that.
Right.
Look at this eye. It's turning blue.
Yeah.
He's bumping into shit and all kind of shit.
Right, he's what, in his 80s?
Come on. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, man. It's looking bad for Bill, and I guess his show's been yanked off the air now for a while.
Right. But even though Mr. Pedophile Show is still out there, yes?
I think so. What, Seventh Heaven?
Yeah. We talked about this.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. His fucking show is still out there.
Yeah.
And his shit is confirmed. He
Yeah.
admitted it.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, what about this fuck boy from Glee? He getting residual checks right now from Glee playing in syndication some fucking where in San Francisco or some fucking where.
Right.
You dig? Why his show ain't off the air?
I guess the argument would be that it's not his show. He's just a character on a show, whereas Cosby, it was the Cosby show. He was the main focus of the show.
Well, I could argue that was NBC's show. It just had his name on it.
Right.
There's degrees to everything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why? I'll tell you why they won't take Glee down for no fucking reason. Because they need a show like that to help invigorate the LGBT, whatever how many letters they got in their community. Mm-hmm. Okay? That helps strengthen, you know, Modern Family, fucking, all those type of shows help to strengthen and reinforce this shit they're trying to shove down our throats.
So Glee is a gay show?
Yeah, it's a gay show.
I've never watched Glee, so I don't know.
I never watched it either, but I know it's a gay show. I know it's like it got a lot of gays on there.
Oh, really?
And it appeals to gays. You know what I mean? Like,
Really?
Gays were always into like
Theater.
and shit like that. That's what made a lot of people not want to fuck with it. Like when I was young, I wanted to get in some acting shit, but when I saw the kind of people that was fucking with theater, I don't want to do that.
Well, in fact, if you go back to Shakespeare time,
Men would play women.
men would play women. Yeah, there were no women who were basically allowed
Right.
to act in plays.
You know what kind of gay shit is that?
That's some gay shit.
Like you just want to be around men the whole time. No. You got perfectly willing women that want to come in there and play a woman's part. No.
I never understood that part.
I want Larry to do it.
Put on this wig.
Yeah, come here. Give me a hit. Give me a kiss. Let's hug.
Yeah,
outta here.
Romeo and Juliet was two men.
You see what I'm saying? They say that your man Shakespeare was gay.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Shakespeare was gay.
This is what they say. I don't know. I wasn't there, but this is what I hear.
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet was performed
Originally
by two men. Othello, two
All of
men. Macbeth,
All of that.
all men. I wonder why. I mean, because this is,
You know why?
I mean, outside of that, it's kind of like, okay, like,
What was their excuse for
yeah,
it?
I mean, because women's rights did not come until centuries later. I got that, but this is not work. This is art. This is performance. Like, why do you care if a woman performs? Like, they're not voting, they're not whatever.
I guess you can get
they're not in politics.
A certain degree of power. A lot artists have a certain degree of power, whether you write books or you're an actor or you're a painter.
Right.
A lot of the painters of that time were men and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you never hear of great female painters actually kind of period. Even today you don't really hear of great female,
I'm sure they're out there.
No, I'm sure they're out there, but I collect art, for example. Like I'm a Keith Haring fan. I have a bunch of Keith Haring pieces. But like when I think of like all the great painters, Haring, Warhol, Picasso,
Van Gogh,
Rembrandt,
Michelangelo.
But even when you go like modern, Damien Hirst, Murakami, these are all men. When I go to Museum of Modern Art and everything else like that, I see a bunch of men doing paintings. And I don't think there's anything inherent in a man that allows him to paint better than a woman.
I think it has to do with the inherent what's the word I'm looking for? Like, there's a certain thing in European society that they feel like you're coming for my power, whether it be his own woman, whether it be, people from outside of their culture. There's this, oh no, it's mine, it's all mine. Like, you're not fucking with this. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get the praise for this shit. Like,
yeah,
that's a constant theme. It's an insecurity. That's the fucking word I was looking for. So easy. There's a certain insecurity and neuroses within a lot of European psychology, mindset, that is pervasive within all areas. Politics, religion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But even if you
arts.
But even if you look at great American artists, like I said, Warhol, Haring, Basquiat.
Right. Well, this is still a European mind state. Who's running America?
You go to Japan, biggest Japanese artist, Murakami.
I bet you we go to Africa, I bet you we could find many African artists, female artists.
Really?
From ancient times.
You think?
I could almost guarantee it because we treated our women as partners, not as battle of the sexes. You see? Like the European man specifically took the woman out of the Trinity. Like the original Trinity was man, woman, child. Asar, Aset, and Heru. That's the original Trinity. Then Europeans come along and decide it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. You see what I'm saying? Where's the woman at?
Right.
This is now a Shakespearean play. Okay? And they say your man Shakespeare might have been one of the people that helped write the King James Version.
I can see that.
Of the Bible. Which is why there's a lot of hatred and negativity towards the woman in the Bible. Try to blame her for a bunch of shit.
I mean, although Mary is worshipped in certain sects of Christianity.
Mary, but not Mary Magdalene. They try to call her a whore.
No, the mother of Jesus.
Right, and Mary Magdalene, I mean, we could all debate whether these people were even real.
Yeah.
But if it was, she very well may have been Jesus's wife.
Yeah.
Okay? But you got males who decide, no, we're going to take that out. We're going to actually even call her a whore.
Right.
And she wasn't the prostitute that was even in the line, but somehow she got tagged with the stigma of being a prostitute that Jesus somehow cleaned up.
Well, me and my man were actually talking about this earlier today. of how history is written by the victors. Whoever ended up on top. You know, like, because for example, he was telling me about this dude named Pop the Brown Hornet, who I guess was the original Wu-Tang dude, and there was a whole. He was telling me about this whole, because he's from Staten Island. There's a whole history of Wu-Tang before the Wu-Tang that we're familiar with. I guess the UMCs had mentioned Wu-Tang on their album, and there's a whole Wu-Tang thing that was around before, you know, RZA, GZA, all them other dudes. And some of these dudes is upset, I heard, about, like, yo, like, we original Wu-Tang, and, you know, we need to get the story out there. But the reality is, Wu-Tang made such an impact on the world. And, like, the Wu-Tang logo became the most recognizable logo in all of hip-hop.
Right.
Period. That anyone who comes and tries to change the story around is just going to get ignored.
Right. And I hear that part of it, but the foul part is if the Wu-Tang that we know now would have went out of their way to cover up the fact that there was an earlier Wu-Tang. You see, they didn't do that. They just let the strength of what they fucking did shine.
Right.
And so now the earlier Wu-Tang might get overshadowed.
Yeah.
But it's not like you going onto the internet and trying to pull everything down that you ever found about. You see what I'm saying? And that's the difference how these motherfuckers do.
Yeah. I feel you.
Look, I work with them on Mad. Good guys. Good heart. Good guys. Give you the shirt off their back. Is it ironic? Is it a coincidence that they both, most of their friends are white and got white wives? They like white women? I mean.
And they develop envy because they go home. They get out the car with their friend, with their other partner, and he listening to your music. They walk in the house, they girl listening to your music. They go downstairs, the kids doing a dance to your music. Now they are hypnotized with hatred.